Hello YouTube, it's me again, back with another video, and I'm sorry this one isn't precisely on a Thursday. You may notice that my voice sounds a little duller than usual. I got back from a doctor's appointment that took a lot more out of me than I thought it would. They induced a vertigo attack in order to try and figure out the root cause of my vertigo, and I guess for some reason I didn't think that would exhaust me, so... I was wrong. It exhausted me muchly. And kind of in light of that exhaustion and my sort of damper tone, I thought maybe this week I would tackle something that I've been trying to figure out how to tackle for a while. As you can see on screen, I'm drawing a person, and this drawing I made when I was in a pretty bad state of mind. Not necessarily dark and miserable and dreary, just in one of my modes where I'm just sort of apathetic and tired and depressed. So when I was first really getting back into YouTube, I had a conversation with another YouTuber and during a live stream that I was a part of. And it came to the topic of depression and mental health and generally the darker parts of life, and it was brought to my attention that that's something that maybe I should talk about. So I kind of wanted to talk about what goes on in my brain and a little bit of how I cope with that. It's going to be a little bit more of a somber video. So if that's not your speed, I promise next week I'm going to have a more cheerful video. I'm going to probably be introducing a character, but I'm not completely set, so don't hold me to that. So I have depression, and some of that depression comes from several of the hardships that I've faced in my life. I've had some very toxic friendships throughout my years. I'm the kind of person who attracts friends that need fixing, and oftentimes that gets me hurt. So I have quite a bit of history, but some of it is also just chemical. I've just sort of always had these little passing phases, and sometimes they're long, and sometimes they're really brief. It can be anywhere from a couple of hours to a couple of months. It's not a fun topic, depression, but I feel like it's an important one, and one that I've really wanted to tackle for a while. So, what do I do to combat my own depression? I don't always follow my own advice, but I've found that moving and going out and talking to people is very, very important. It's crucial to talk to people, and even if it's not, going out and saying, you know what, this is what I'm dealing with, just going out, interacting with people, and mustering a little bit of energy. And sometimes that's impossible. Sometimes you just need to take a little bit of a break and cool down, but ultimately that's something you should probably work towards, talking to somebody that you care about, especially in person. In person helps so much because it forces you to move and interact, and that's absolutely crucial to bringing up your endorphin level. So other things that you can do to combat depression, you can alter your diet. I know, for me, this is maybe not the smartest diet option, but for me, a little bit of chocolate when I'm really down helps. I'm not sure. My dad says that part of that is a female thing, but I'm pretty sure chocolate is universally beloved. So, something comforting to you. You shouldn't eat too much when you're depressed and just drown yourself in food, but a little snack, something that you love and something comforting and maybe even nostalgic, it can't hurt in moderation. Exercise is key. I can't exercise overmuch, but running, swimming is a godsend for me. But also, I mean, earlier I talked about talking to people and having interactions, and I cannot emphasize that enough, but building on that, you should talk to people about how you're feeling. Even if it's just one trusted person, definitely go and talk to people. You would be amazed at how many people understand what you're going through, and how many people care and want to help. It feels absolutely horribly lonely when you're depressed. You feel like you are the only one who has ever felt this bad. I promise you it's not true. So, when you're feeling really down, go and talk to someone, be it a parent, a friend, a sibling, a therapist would be amazing. You would be amazed at how wonderful people can be. Talk to somebody that you love and somebody that loves you, and you will find more support than you ever dreamed of. There are also more anonymous options. I will link to a site called blahtherapy in the description. It's not always ideal, but it can give you a little bit of an out to talk to somebody and a stranger over the internet and just say, you know what, this is what I'm going through, and just somewhere to get it off your chest and know that somebody's reading it. Even somebody that you don't know can be very helpful. So I will link to that in the description. I will also be linking to suicide prevention hotlines, text lines. I have teen and adult hotlines that I will link in the description. I cannot emphasize enough, if you are going through something bad, it will get better. That is how I want to finish this video, with the thought that it will get better. It has, for me, gotten very much better. When I was in high school, I was in undeniably the darkest place I've ever been in. And I've since graduated, and I'm going to college, and I'm in such a better place now. Time is valuable. And when you think to yourself, I don't have anything, I don't have friends, I don't have this, I don't have familiarity, I'll tell you one thing that you're always going to have. Time. Take advantage of it. It's more valuable than you will ever know. So with that in mind, I just want you guys to have a wonderful evening, afternoon, morning, nighttime time of day, and I will catch you guys on the flip side.